Welcome everybody here to Sports Talk Network and specifically Monday Night RAW review here for November 20th, 2017, the start of Thanksgiving week here in the States, in America. Pretty good show. Two surprising things happening. One, Paige returning, and then at the end of it, Roman Reigns winning the Intercontinental Championship. That certainly was interesting, to say the least. Not a bad thing, good thing, whatever. Welcome to my Twitter at WWE_podcast. Where I do have my Raw Insta poll already up. As I always ask, what you guys and gals thought of this show tonight. The options, as they always are, great, good, okay, and terrible. Let me know what you think. We'll go from there. Let's right to it. Go into Monday Night Raw. Talk about the two biggest things. One being Paige returned to Raw during the Fatal 4-Way to determine a number one contender for Alexa Bliss's WWE Raw Women's Championship. And Paige returning and not returning alone, returning with excuse me, some help. And there's other stuff that was certainly interesting in its own way. Yeah, Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose coming with Paige. And Paige came back here on Raw tonight. And at the end, I guess Roman Reigns winning the Intercontinental Championship. A lot of interesting things between then, like the start of the show where you have or had Mr. McMahon come out, then Triple H, then Kurt Angle right in a row. Boom, bang, boom, 1, 2, 3. Kurt Angle getting Triple H's face, saying, if you ever cross me again, try to attack me from behind, that he will try and take the job and shove it, because he'll be coming for him. So that's setting up already long-term planning for what I think will be the matchup for WrestleMania for Triple H, Trips and Kurt. Triple H versus Kurt Angle. Since and yes, Roman Reigns, new Intercontinental Champion. Everybody that are watching live, welcome to let me know your thoughts on Raw in the live chat. Make this episode more lively and entertaining on your end just as much as me. So welcome to the chat there. Like the video, and then later on after it's posted to the channels, share it with others, share it with superstars. And sometimes I do that with other YouTubers, search the videos to certain superstars because of what they said about them or otherwise, to help them out in that way as well. So, like I said, if you're in the live chat, welcome to share your thoughts on things, and we move along from there. This probably won't be too long of a Raw review. So just talk about the main points, because pretty much the rest of Raw, beyond the Paige return and Roman Reigns winning the Intercontinental Championship, and also, in a sense, the start of the show. So beginning, middle, and end, pretty much, to me, were the things to truly talk about. There were other things, and we'll talk about that specifically as we go segment by segment on Wednesday night. Again, that is Wednesday night special episode, or special time for Steve's Wrestling Ramble due to Thanksgiving here in America being on Thursday. So I'll be busy doing things with family, so I will not be doing a podcast or any video on YouTube on Thursday. My plate is full, so to speak, for Thursday in its own right. So I'll be doing a Steve's Wrestling Ramble on Wednesday night, which also then moves my Talking Packers with Steve NFL podcast to the afternoon on Wednesday. So that's my plans moving forward. I'm trying to get a lighter schedule here, at least for this week, with the holidays coming through. But again, with this Raw, I'll just talk about the two main things. If anybody in the live chat, Capacity Leaf 332, Renee Golden, or Jay Thomas, if any of you want to bring up other things of Raw that I can talk about here, or I'll just wait until Wednesday night again this week, at least Wednesday night, Steve's Wrestling Ramble. But yeah, I mean, like I said, there are other things that happen. Obviously, it's a 3-hour show, but I wanted to touch on and talk about the two bigger things, because that's what pretty much everybody else is going to be talking about. So they're going to be shutting their shows. So I'm talking about the first thing being Paige and her return, and whether they thought it was the right way to do it and right time and this and that. And then the next one being Roman Reigns winning the Intercontinental Championship. Sometimes people like to lead off with the most recent thing that happened, right? Freshest in your mind. Either way, it doesn't hurt, doesn't. In any way, or however you want to start your show, your video, your blog, even to talk about, if you're talking about Monday Night Raw, if you do reviews in that way. To be quite honest, I respect you if you do it in blog form and having to write it out. But either way, however way you start off, big things happening tonight, and those big things pretty much saving the show. If I voted on my own Raw Insta poll, if I voted on my own poll on Twitter at WWE_podcast, I would probably say that it was a good show. Right, with the three big things happening at the start of the show, middle of the show, or about the middle of the show, so to speak, and the end of the show with the main event. Start of the show, Kurt Angle, Triple H, Jason Jordan, Braun Strowman, Stephanie McMahon technically there too. I mean, she was there, right? We can see her, for sure. But then you had some of the middle of the show having Paige return with her squad with the female version of the Shield, the female Shield. I even tweeted that. That was interesting. It was all right. And then at the end, Roman Reigns winning the Intercontinental Championship. I did not see that coming. I actually thought the Miz was going to win some way, whether it was with the bar that did come out there, Cesaro and Sheamus, and costing him. And that's where I thought that was going. Like, you had them coming out there, attacking Roman Reigns, then the Miz skull-crushing finale, his finisher, and I thought, there it is. There's your ending. 1, 2, 3. You know? Yeah, Braun Strowman. Yeah, Braun Strowman was there. Dude. And yesterday, Week 12, Packers, Steelers. Yes. And Jay was saying, I hope Enzo gets his teeth knocked out by Big Cass sometime. Well, Big Cass, that might not be happening till after WrestleMania for sure. But no, craziness going on tonight on Raw. And hopefully all of you, whether watching live or archive, check out the Twitter again at WWE_podcast. Welcome to subscribe to this channel and such like that. But those three, I guess, should say main things being. There's everything to talk about on Monday Night Raw. Now, for me, specifically on Paige and her return, that was, I guess, the best time. Like, I actually would have thought it would have been better and behooved WWE if they weren't actually going to finish out that match with Paige's return, is have Paige return as everybody's talking, as, you know, the Raw Women's Champion is there and each other superstar is coming out, superstar, and confront her and say, no, I deserve a chance. No, I deserve a title shot. This and that and blah, 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 and all the other jabroni stuff that usually does happen in that certain segments. And then you have Paige coming out of nowhere and her posse and her, like they call it, female Shield team group, and attack all of them to know them up. And then Paige saying that she wants it shot right away already. And how much is that for her already, having her back? It's actually weird having her back. It's just weird actually seeing her in a WWE ring again, because I thought it never was going to happen. With all the stuff that she said outside the ring with her husband, fiance, whatever, Alberto Del Rio, that didn't even never bring her back. Nor would she want to be back. And if she had to be back, of course, back because of finishing up a contract, she'd do it begrudgingly and just job out and finish her time and leave. Now, as I even said to somebody, Paige will always remind me of a certain someone, or, looks and otherwise. And also, now having her back in the ring, back in WWE, I'm sure I just can't see it the same way because of seeing certain pictures that leaked a while ago. Let's just put it that way. As much as you can move on from that, it's just something you won't forget. And more so, almost the videos and the photos that were leaked. But anyways, it's just fact, and I'm sure most people are saying and bringing this up even in a more, let's just say, way than I am here, just in passing. But point back here about Monday Night Raw on Paige and her making her return when she did, I guess may not have been the best time for me, but was your last chance, in a sense, for that to happen if she was going to come back on Raw. Because if she wasn't going to come back at that very moment, because that was going to be the last segment or anything to do with the women's division where she could have made an impact. Yeah, that's true, Jamie. Then it would have to be SmackDown or the next week on Raw. But why drag it out too much? I mean, you can, I guess, ratings and make people wonder and the intrigue, but I think it was best to have her come back tonight rather than the pay-per-view. Make the Raw just SmackDowns bigger than the shows themselves. So WrestleMania, have all the biggest matches at WrestleMania. You have other pay-per-views for them all. Have them on one of the other big four events, or a different event that should be quality. But if you're having big matches, to try to build that up in credibility. As I always say, try to make your other pay-per-views stronger, so they're all, or mostly, can be respected by most of the WWE universe. In that sense. So his return maybe not being exactly what I thought or wanted it to be. Yeah, Jamie, I can. Yeah, but like I said, you does remind me of you in a sense of looks, and I mean without even seeing those pictures. But I'm just saying. Anyways, with Roman Reigns winning the Intercontinental Championship, I say it's the Miz was gonna get away, win the title, or not win the title, but retain the title some way somehow by hook or by crook and move on. And Reigns building up to being the WWE Universal Champion at WrestleMania, which I do think is the long-term plans and the idea of Brock versus Roman again, whether fans like that or not, I do think that's where we're headed. So hopefully those that are against it can, not saying now you have to like it. No, you don't have to. It's your opinion. You don't have to like anything, but try to at least wrap your head around the fact that that probably will be a fact. That probably will be happening, and that probably also, excuse me, will be the main event of WrestleMania. So that'd be what it'd be. And so I thought what was going to happen is this whole thing about the Shield and being champions all together and this and that would be them leaving WrestleMania that way. Now it seems like that might be the case of them not entering, well, maybe entering WrestleMania as all champions. Or maybe Reigns has this title. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, unsuccessful winning back the titles here before the Royal Rumble, or or they have a schmoz finish and they have the match again. They book it to have it at WrestleMania. Reigns at some point loses the IC title back to the Miz or somebody else, and then the Miz feuds with that person because the Miz still deserves to be in that title contention, unless they're trying to move Miz up to the Universal title scene. That would be interesting. Don't see that happening, but maybe. It would be interesting. Could be like a Jim Mahal moment in the sense of him with the team, the Miz Taraj, and otherwise winning championship in a crazy way. But maybe. But I see Triple H more against or more so in a one-on-one match with Kurt Angle. And again, Jamie's saying here in the live chat, well, I think Triple H might be part of the main event at WrestleMania. Maybe. Hey, maybe I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying to me, I think it's best for Triple H to be in a one-on-one with Kurt Angle than in a main event for a title. Or even if he is one-on-one with Kurt Angle, do you think that would deserve to be the main event over a Universal title match or a WWE title match, right? Because your number one titles, specifically for me, will always be the WWE title. That's number one, the WWE Championship. So that or the Universal title should always be the main event. And if you're having Roman Reigns come over, because you had Roman Reigns in the main event in the last year, retiring, quote unquote, the Undertaker, which hopefully can be in another match. I hope to see that live. So I think for Triple H, it's best for him and Kurt Angle to have a match, and for him and Kurt Angle to have that match later on the card, if not me, on the some of my events. Either way, then you also have the women's title matches for SmackDown and Raw for WrestleMania. So depending on where it's going to be quote unquote buried in its own right, where Triple H and Kurt Angle is going to be going, who knows? To be quite honest, with all the great matches that you can have set up for WrestleMania this year, Triple H and Kurt Angle starting the show off, in a sense, isn't a bad thing. You want to start off the crowd hot, have a great match like they did at Survivor Series with the New Day and the Shield matchup. 4 stars easily. Maybe you have Triple H, Kurt Angle start out WrestleMania. Yes, and I do think it was confirmed. At least I assume it was confirmed that The Undertaker will show up at the 25th anniversary of Monday Night Raw there in early January. I think that's right before the Royal Rumble, if not the go home show for the Royal Rumble. No, it's certainly obviously around Royal Rumble time, but either way, whether it's before or after. But Reigns winning the IC title, Paige returning, and then, like I said, the beginning, middle, and end, meaning the end, are at the beginning with Kurt Angle in the face of Triple H and all the other stuff that did happen in that segment. Beyond that, like Roman Reigns was walking Triple H out of the ring in a way, or staring at standoff. Triple H backing down as the heels should do and would do and has done in all the history of time. Storylines in WWE or in pro wrestling, period. So Braun Strowman Triple H could be at Royal Rumble, or it could be at some other show. Because if we remember, Clash of Champions, or those that don't know, Clash of Champions is in December, is all by itself. there is no other show because last year was Fastlane / Roadblock, which was December, which I thought was happening again this year. A Raw and SmackDown show, and then in between your dual branded pay-per-view Survivor Series, Big Four. Between that and connecting from there to Royal Rumble on that road there, you would have the Raw, each show really having a pay-per-view event, but that's not the case. Only SmackDown has a pay-per-view event in December. Last time I checked, and I checked right before Raw started on different sites, Wikipedia, WWE.com, and others, to confirm that, which I thought was very interesting because it looks like Roadblock isn't even there heading into the new year, new calendar year, not wrestling year, not the new WWE year. As I say that the night after WrestleMania to the next WrestleMania, in the new calendar year, where I do see Payback there, but I don't see where Roadblock is. Will Roadblock be on the, as they have already taken it out? I don't know. But JB Thomas asked in the live chat, do you think Paige will go singles or stay in a team? No, they are a team, but it's not like they are, going to be wrestling as a team, right? I don't think there'll be 6-women matches all the time. It could be, but I think still Paige is, in a sense, still a singles competitor, but with backup. In that sense, and continue to defend insurance policies either way. In that sense, and Mandy and Sonya, so that could be the case. But I do think, since Paige will be going singles and will be going after Alexa Bliss's title, and might even be the next one to win it, even before Asuka. You could have a Paige Asuka match or something. Who knows? I don't see Paige being the next champion. I don't see Paige actually being here too long. But the fact that WWE let her make a big impact the way that she did and have her come back in that way, maybe she is actually here to stay. Maybe she is actually broken up with the WWE and not getting married. I mean, maybe things are changing for her and she's realized that WWE may give her more of a chance, feature her more, this and that, better storylines if she does those things. And she could have said, bleep that. I don't care about that. I want to be with my man being Alberto Del Rio and stuff. And they're still going to tell her, well, you kind of have to come back. We'll have you job for a couple months and then you can leave, finish out your contract. And that would have been fine for Paige. But I think Paige has seen the light. I think. Obviously, I don't know her personally. I wish I did. But I don't. Again, I know someone that looks like her. So, and hopefully, yeah. But anyways, that's more of a personal thing. But, so I have my own Paige in real life in that sense of knowing her has similar personality. In that sense, I like Paige. Maybe that's why Paige is her favorite superstar. Because of that, well, not just because of that, but personally, and just how good she's been in the ring and all the other stuff and her story. Free agent would have been interesting. I know I talked about it in the past, but decided to do it this way, and I don't have a problem with it. And I look forward to seeing how things go moving forward. But yeah, like I said, I'll send Jay Thomas. I'll send you those pictures or whatever if I still have them saved. Probably, I don't think I have them saved anymore, but either way, yeah. And just to answer, Paige reminds me of Jay Thomas with looks and stuff. But anyways, so I have my own looks like Paige in my life. I'm happy. I look forward to speaking with Jay Thomas more in the future. But anyways, I don't know. For anything, I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks everybody watching live, those watching archive. Welcome to keep liking the video for those that haven't seen it yet. And those that maybe see it for the first time, welcome to subscribe to the channel. So follow me on Twitter at WB_podcast. I'll be back tomorrow for a SmackDown Live review. So I thank those in the live chat chatting with me tonight. And I guess I'll talk to you all tomorrow night. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And for those that are going to search online for those page pictures and videos, don't worry, it won't be too hard to find. Google search it. Technically, there's a website actually you can find it on that actually Actual pump can have it, like xvideos.com, xvideos.com. And if you search Paige there, WB Page or just Page, then I'm sure you'll find it there too. So that's a specific web address for those that care, because I'm here to share, to care. It's good to share. Sharing is caring in its own right? But anyways, enjoy the rest of your evening. Let me know if you find them and what you think of them. But above all else, as always, take care.